Sorry about the delay there. I was a bit busy. I was outside the house for a while today and got back later than anticipated. So, yeah, so I was delayed to get to you. So I apologize for those of you who were on time. And hello, Sandy. Good to see you as well. And yes, I've already been saying hi to Megan in the Lost Shire Hobbit in the chat. So I was curious, Lost Shire Hobbit, are you only lost when you're in the Shire, or are you always lost and you just happen to be a Shire Hobbit who is lost? I was curious what your intention is there with the adjective. So, all right, I am at Thorns Hall because I was talking to this guy because I wanted to make sure I was on a difficulty, which I am. I'm on 3. And I wanted to turn any tokens of heroism that I had, and I did. I did this like yesterday. So we're done talking to him. Oh, I should introduce myself. So hello, I am Little Redhead. Who am I today? And so many identities, right? I'm Rosenbloom. I'm Little Redhead. This show is Heart of a Hobbit. So some people say I am Heart of a Hobbit. I have a heart of a hobbit. She has a heart of a hobbit. We all have a heart of a hobbit. Hopefully not in a jar or something like that. If you've ever watched the show Coupling, there's this hilarious sequence of events that happens with one of the characters who's very awkward. And he gets to talking to a woman. He's trying to hit on her. And she does something about her ears. And he says something about her ears. And he thinks they're very pretty. And he's like, he's trying to be like, but I'm not weird about ears. It's not like I keep them in a jar or something. And you're just like, how did you go there? Oh, no wonder he doesn't have much success in hitting on people, poor guy. Anyway, okay, so I'm at Thorns Hall. Where I really want to be is out in Frostbluff, where all the Yule activities are happening. Because what I thought we would do today is, man, I was just checking out her dress. I was looking at the back of it, and it looks like it's separate from the rest of the dress when I'm running. But when you look at it sideways, it looks like it's all connected. So, anyway, sorry, distracted by the outfit. Yeah. So, oh, hello. So we're gonna pause here for a second. Yeah, what I thought we would do today is go run around in Frostbluff and do some of the Yule Festival activities for a little bit. And then when Affodil joins us, because Affodil is also running late, has other things and will be coming around eventually. So once Affodil joins us, I thought we would go do that quest that is the Stolen Sweets quest. And here, I'll bring it up. And that's the one where a sack full of sweets destined for the poor children of Winterhome was dropped and in the snowy regions of Middle Earth, and it was seized upon by the wintry beasts of the area. So our job is to go and, sorry, my hair is bothering me. It's been a day. Is to go find all these sweets. And so basically the idea is you go to someplace wintry and you defeat creatures, and there you will find these items that you're looking for, which are the hot cross buns, the plum pudding, gingerbread, peppermint treats, a flask of wassail, and fruit cake. So you're supposed to go, or is it wassail? I always forget how to pronounce that, Pharrell. I get it, and then I forget it, right? You know what I mean? I have it, and then my brain says, nope, it's gone. So anyway, yes, so we are going to go and do those things. But first, we're going to go hang out in Frostbluff and do some wintry stuff, so that'll be fun. So Lost Shire says, no idea. The username came around because I do feel like a hobbit a lot of the time, and hobbits belong in Middle Earth, so I'm lost because I'm not in Middle Earth. That makes sense. So in a way, you are the Shire Hobbit, and you are lost because you are not in the Shire as a Shire Hobbit should be. That's what I think. And I sure hope so. That's a cute username. Says, I haven't gotten to watch a stream in ages. Glad to be back for Yule. Well, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Glad you made it. So, and Egg Arthur says, if we're going to duo, we could probably do Stolen Sweets the fast way by doing Helagrad, do Giant Wing, and Forochel. But I was thinking we might do it kind of the normal way. So if somebody's soloing it, they'll be able to kind of follow our pathing. Because most people just do it solo, but I figure if we're going to do it together, we'll go a little faster. And also, I can talk instead of trying to pay attention. Okay, so the reason I popped down here by the stable master, because here's our normal stable master for coming down, and coming and going. Like, he's the guy who's going to send us all over, Ered Luin or, wherever else. He's our stable master here, right? But next to this guy, the one in Kellendim, the one at Mickle Delving, and the one in Bree, you have the festival announcer, stable master. And this guy's free, which is fantastic. And he has one destination for you, which is Winterhome. So you click on that and you hit travel for free. So here's like a small, I don't know, if I were giving notes, this is a note I would give, is that the festival announcer has one destination that they're sending me to, and that's Winterhome. I'm kind of curious who all these people are that are getting on the stuff. Anyway, yeah, it's just, that's the only place he's got. So why not just make it like automatically be selected? Because here, let me drop that again. So like when I walk up to him and be like, hello, Mr. Stable Master, I would like to take your route. I can't, I should be able to just go because he doesn't have any other routes. He's like, you walk up to him, he's like, I would like to take your route. And he's like, oh, which one? And you're like, how about the only one that you know? How about I do that one? And he's like, well, quite good, my good Hobbit. I shall send you anon. Like, it's the only one you got, dude. I don't know. So that's my little nitpick of the day. It's probably my only nitpick of the day. So you were here for it. Those of you who were early, good job. All right, here we go. Actually, I do have one other nitpick. There are a number of quests you can do here in Winterhome to do the wrapper, which is what we want to do, right? Always want to do the wrapper. And you have to do 10 quests to be able to turn in the wrapper. And to get to 10, you could do all the regular stuff, and which we'll do, by what I call regular. I'll show you. But then you also have to do either like moving them off, where you have to send people away, which makes me sad, or the theater, which can be hard to get enough people, or the snowball fight, which again, you have to get enough people, or, so it's like, to get to 10, it seems to me like you have to do something that is either distasteful or hard to coordinate. And now I guess I could leave and go do the horse races. I guess that is a possibility. Maybe I'll start doing that to get to my 10. But it just seems silly that I have to leave to do the 10th run, right? So my wish is that they would open up another area, kind of like they've done with the Harvest Festival, and how they have like Wistmead now, and you've got all those extra little things you can do. I would love to see them do that with Winterhome, and open up like in the back where the poor people working are, and have something like back there where you can enter another area and you go and you're helping the poor. Like, I think that would be really awesome. So that would be cool. And Fibro Jedi had a really cool thread about this over on Twitter X a couple years ago, I think. So, and I was like, yes, I am on board with all of these things and these more. So, yeah, so I think there's some cool ideas out there on ways to do it. It would be really neat. Anyway, okay, so we have here the festival announcer, and she's the one that you get the Stolen Sweets quest from. Friend. And she says, please, good traveler, visit the snowy realms of Middle-earth and recover the treats. They are hot cross buns, plum pudding, gingerbread, peppermint treats, a flask of wassail, and fruitcake. So these are the things that she wants us to go and take care of. So that's the quest I already have. But if you did not already have it, this is the person you pick it up from. So she's playing double duty there. She's like, now she is actually one where I understand if I were like, show me your travel destinations. She's like, I have 4. Which one would you like? Totally down. Like, not one of them is selected, pre-selected. That's fair. I'm okay with this. But the other one, you've only got 1, man. Come on. Just like pre-select it for me. All right. So standing next to her is Verbena Greenhand. And this is a good person to know. She's at the summer festival. Is it summer? Nay. Anniversary festival. She's in the Bree Festival grounds. at the summer, it's not summer festival anymore, is it? Harvest, no, Farmer's Fair. She's by the Yule tree. No, not Yule tree. Party tree. Anyway, she's the one that you talk to about your festivity tokens. So yeah, so she's a good one to know, and she's staying right there. Okay, so we have arrived in Frostbluff, which is the region that we have here. We'll ditch that. So this is the area of Frostbluff that we are in, and it's an instanced area. Like, you can't get here from anywhere else. It is like Westmead in that regard. You can't like ride over land to it, unlike, say, the treasure hunt, where it is actually located in Ered Luin, and you could ride over land and get to it. It's faster to take Stable Master, but you could end up just like riding yourself over there if you really wanted to. And then behind my picture, so, you know, down there, under here, is the town of Winterholm, and that's where some of the activity happens. But then you go out to like get mushrooms down here, and you go cheer up the snow beasts out here, and deal with the wintry weather out here. And up above, up there is the firewood. You're collecting the firewood, and the eggs are here. Here's the snowball fight, and so forth. Okay, so let's start at the beginning, because I hear that's a really great place to start. So Mara Sandy Downs down here, warming herself up by the fire. Oh, and I think Vibro Jedi, was it? I think made a really good like outfit that matched her outfit, and so they got a picture of themselves standing right next to her. I'm like, that is so clever. Anyway, so we're going to talk to her, and she's going to give us this quest, In the Spirit of Yule. And this is our wrapper quest. So this is our do 10 things and get some extra rewards quest, which is, in our case, we would get 5 of the festival tokens. Hi, baby. Kato says hi. And some legendary item experience, which is great because this is the character on the server. Oh, do I not have my server up? I don't, do I? We'll fix that here in a second. Where I'm trying to get all the legendary item track done. And it's not as easy to do because I don't play in a group here on a regular basis, unlike what I do on Treebeard, where I'm there every Saturday. So, okay, so she's got her thing, and let's see. Okay, so we've picked up that quest. Yeah. Now, the next thing to do is to go around and pick up quests from a whole bunch of people. And interestingly, B4, who streams right after me with his Plugging Along, is working on a plugin called Festival Buddy that you can use on here to kind of keep track of where you are in all of the things. All right, let me say hello. This is the social server. So yeah, every once in a while I'm like, hey, we're chatting with the people. There we go. All right, I've got the Laurelin server post up at the top, so people know. Oh yeah, and the closed captioning should be working. So if you see over that way, there should be a little box that says CC in it, and you can click on that if you want to watch the closed captioning. So that's cool. Just in case you were curious, the cat is here. She is there. And she is sitting on the very edge of my keyboard and slightly on my mouse hand. So thankfully, we are not going to be getting in combat because I would not be able to respond in an efficient manner. All right, so Guard Kember, I've gone ahead and filtered him so his quests do not show up for me because I don't want moving them off to show up because I think it's mean to send these people away. We'll come back to that though later on. I have a new theory on what I can do with that. But I do want the Abominable Snow Beast quest from him. So I do have to click on him and take his quest, even though it doesn't look like he has any quests. So just that's a thing you can do, and I have done that. Let's see. Insane says, Lotra has an official stream. How nice. Are you in any way affiliated with SSG? I am not. But thank you for asking. That's a great question. most of the streamers here on this channel, it is the official LoTro channel, so we get permission to stream here. But almost all of us who do stream here are just fans playing the game. Trustworthy fans, I guess we should say, trustworthy enough that we can, you know, come on here and stream on the channel, which is fun. And we each kind of have like, everybody who streams kind of has a different like thing that they enjoy doing. Me, I enjoy the festivals and kind of the lighthearted aspects of it. I like the housing stuff and the costumes, the wardrobe, the clothing stuff, and the cosmetic pets. And the mounts, so like I'm into that sort of stuff. I do questing, I do, you know, go into the dungeons and the raids and those sorts of things, but that's not like my primary focus. So like, I don't necessarily look at my gear and go, oh wow, I'm not maxed out on my scuba bobble. It's just, I'm like, I don't know, am I hitting things? Are they falling down? We're good. You know, that's kind of my approach to playing. But there are other people who do stream who are very much into like, you know, how do I accomplish this? How do I accomplish that? Those sorts of things. Oh, hey, we're going to go ahead and do this. The biggest stomach of them all. This is the eating competition. So, we'll stand here for a second while we're talking. Insane. Just so you know though, on Fridays at noon Eastern US time, Cordovan streams, and he is the SSG community manager. So he does work for the company. He speaks for the company. Like, you can ask him questions and he'll respond with like official answers. So if you ever have a question, you're like, hey, you know, how do I figure this out? Or what's the scoop on this? Or whatever. Like, you need somebody from SSG to respond to that. You can always bring it up in his chat. And if he has an answer, he can do it there. Or he may say like, hey, send me a message so I can look into it, or, you know, whatever. But that's one way to get some information. Oh, also, Scenario streams here usually once a month lately, and he is one of the world builders. So he's the one that, you know, is like places these tables out and makes the snow happen and all these things. And he streams on here like once a month, and I think he's streaming tomorrow. I forget what time. I'm sorry. It might be a tweet out there. I think SSG is using Twitter or X, and what's another one? Streams? No, that's not what it's called. Words? No. There's another one that I think they're using. Threads. It might be that one. I don't think they're on Blue Sky. And I don't think they're on that other discombobulated one. I forget what it's called. 2 p.m. Eastern for Scenario tomorrow. Awesome. Thank you, Lost Shire Hobbit. And it'll be Cord's last stream of the year on Friday. Oh, because he's probably, you know, we're getting so close to Christmas and New Year's and all of that. So, and things kind of conflict timing-wise, probably. So yes, if you want to catch Cord on Friday, check him out this Friday. And otherwise, you'll have to wait till January for his next one. Yes, Sandy, I love your comment. Not maxed out, but my cloak looks fabulous. I mean, that's like the end game, right? Is like, how good do I look? You know what's so funny is this character, she has like usually a ponytail in the back, but I was like, it's winter time, I'm feeling cold, so I'm gonna like put her hair down. So I actually went to the barber and changed her hairstyle recently. Oh, Kato, honey, you don't want to walk there. All right, so I've grabbed 4 things. The 5th thing I'm grabbing is this mystery drink. It did not help me. It gave me, let me show you, this thing called Horribly Ill. I have minus 60% run speed. Look at my poor character. She can hardly move. Now, it does go away quickly, which is nice. But I also have these other effects like not hungry anymore, you know, with a minus 1% run speed. I also have a minus 10% run speed, minus 5% run speed. That's uncomfortably full. Oh, the minus 10 is bloated, and a full minus 3%. So I've got like a lot of negatives on my run speed right now. So we're going to chill on that for a minute, and I'll show you what I do instead. Lost Shire Hobbit, I live on the forums. Well, I appreciate that because I haven't been on the forums as much lately, so I appreciate you being able to keep us informed. So, oh, insane. Thanks a lot for the explanations. Absolutely. I am always like, let me set expectations. Here's my agenda for the day, so you can follow along and know what to expect. Yeah, you really like the idea behind the stream. Currently trying to get back into the game. Bought the vanilla version when you were younger, but your WoW addiction was too strong at the time. Well, the nice thing about Lotro is it is free to play. You don't have to be a subscriber. You never have to actually spend any money if you don't want to. I happen to be a VIP subscriber because I find that there are benefits to that I really like. But there's nothing that says you have to do that. You could absolutely play through like level 95 or something and play through the main quest line, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. So yeah, if you are coming back into the game, welcome back. I obviously find it a lot of fun. And one thing you can do is if you have any questions at any time and you're like trying to figure out how to do something or whatever, you can always pop into one of the streams and just be like, hey, I can't figure out how to do blah. Can somebody give me a direction here, give me a hint? Because Lotro is so deep. There's so much in here and so many different ways you can adjust this, that, and the other. Like if you go to the options menu, which is Control O is the default to bring that up. It has tabs for graphics, advanced graphics, audio, UI settings, which in itself is super deep. Like look at all these things you can do just to adjust the way your stuff looks, and then you've got combat options, social options. So you've got like a huge amount of just variety in how you can get the game set up and ways you can use it and all that sort of stuff. So there's no way any one person could know all of this. So we kind of crowdsource it, in the chat. So Megavanen all says Donner Faust. Well, Megavanen to you as well. Or Suilad Melon. Let's see. Oh yeah, Egg Arthur points out free to play all the way through level cap. Oh, really? Which is 150. Don't even need to grind virtual currency for content until about 95. Okay, cool. So free to play all the way through the level cap. And then if you want to do any of the side stuff, I know in Moria there's some side stuff that used to be behind Lotro points or behind the things, but I've lost track of what's open to everybody and what you have to pay for, because they keep giving stuff away, which is like fantastic. I know there's some people that are like, no, I'm VIP, stop giving everything away. I'm like, no, give things away. I'm fine with that. I don't care. Like, I'm happy with the VIP stuff that I have, so I don't care. Give it away. It's not my house. So, let's see. Insane says I actually forgot to cancel my subscription last time, so you're still subscribed in the 4th year. Oh, then you're gonna be in a happy surprise when you come back. Oh, it's nice to listen to you because it sounds so passionate. I just enjoy being a Hobbit. Like, I just love how chill it can be, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so nice. Oh, so anyway, what I was going to mention to you, yes, you have a lot of coins. You've seen that. Okay, so yeah, every month that you're a subscriber, you get 500 Lotro points. So if you've just let that roll for the last 4 years, you're going to have a nice little stockpile. Now, every week they have stuff that's on sale. So let's see, what's the sales this week? Let's see. So every week they have sales, and you can spend for spending Lotro points here in the game. And then, excuse me, over some parts of the year, like right now, because it's December, and then also right around like Black Friday, around the anniversary, which is in April, they do like some special extra sales. So they have like the regular weekly sale, like, was it, get your Shadowfax on or whatever, and it's like all these writing skills, right? But then they'll also have like additional things, and that's what I'm wondering. It says week 1 of December deals. Yeah, this is the December deals, so these are the extra special ones. So right now they're doing 35% off ingredient crates, which is hilarious because I had just the previous week bought the ingredient crate, but I used that 30% off code that they had going, so I missed 5%, but I think I'm okay with that. Let's see, 50% off Gundabad crafting tiers, and 75% off rare crafting component selection boxes. But then they also have the regular sales going on right now. Anyway, what I would suggest, if I were you on your little, small dragon hoard of Lotro points, keep an eye out on the sales. and just slowly buy the things that you want, that you see come up. Don't go and just like buy it all right away, because they're gonna be doing sales every week right now. And that would be the way to do it. It's just kind of like catch things as you go, instead of grabbing it all at once. That's what I would do. So, which reminds me, okay, I can only take 3 more quests. I forgot that my quest log was a little full. So we're going to take Cold as Ice, because again, I've filtered his quest because I don't want Charitable Spirit for reasons I can explain later. I've already done it. Let's put it that way. Making Mischief, I'm still working on, apparently. I got a little discombobulated in my quests the other day, so I'm still sorting it out. So some of them I've picked up and didn't do or whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're not going to pick up the globe one right now. If we do the theater, we'll pick that up as we go in. All right, I have a quest to cause mischief, so I'm going to go cause some mischief. Let's see, Insane says, thanks for the tips. Currently, I try to get an overview about all the features and stuff you can do. It's pretty overwhelming. Yeah, I understand that. A lot of people come back and they're like, oh, I'll just pick up my old character and play from there. And I'm like, I get it. You're probably very attached to that old character, but I would suggest starting a new one just so you can kind of see how things are, and, you know, and then maybe go back to your old character, you know what I mean? So that's what I would suggest for you as well, is like start a new character, start from the beginning, and that way you can kind of watch it as it builds. You know, and you just start off with just a couple of skills, which is handy, because then you can get really good at those and figure out how those work before they add on the next one and add on the next one and so forth. So that's another thing I would recommend if you haven't already. Okay, so I needed to set off fireworks to distract these patrons, which I have done. And then I went and looted their wallets for some coinage, which I have done. And then I'm going to take that back over here and turn that into Gareth Rust. So this is the area where the poor folk are working, you know? And I think it'd be kind of cool if there was a way to like go and help them. Like there seems like there could be any sort of place back here where you could just like teleport through. All right, so let's see. I've got the thing. Oh, what we don't have. I'm a little concerned about my overage of quests. I don't know why I have so many quests in my quest log. Yeah, Fidel's over here chuckling on the side. It's a common problem for me. All right, but we're going to pick up her too, which is stuff. Oh, I know what's going on. Hang on. You know what we did? We did the eating contest, didn't we? And then we ran away because I was waiting for those effects to go away. Well, they're gone now. So I'm going to turn that in and run down here as fast as I can, because I noticed there's some other people eating over there. And I want to get down here and get the good stuff before it's gone. So let's get those mushrooms. Oh, I'm going to do the mystery drink now. It's usually the last thing I like to do, because if it clears my effects, that's the best time to do it. Okay, so I'm eating away. Well, let's see. Oh, there's nothing good. Well, okay. Oh, mushrooms. Those are better. Oh, well. The best is berries. Second best is mushrooms. Okay, so hold on. Let me show you what I'm doing. So I've eaten. Now I'm going to get on my horse while I tell this guy I'm done. And he's like, sweet, go to the next table. So I go to the next table, which is the one up the stairs here. All right, so berries are the best. Mushrooms are second best. Eggs are third. Hang on. That'll be 4, so this will be 5. So we'll do the mystery drink. We're going to hope. Oh, yeah, it cleared all my effects. Oh, that makes life easier. All right, mount up.
Hello there.
Hello there. To the next table we go. Now, I still have other effects on me. Like, you notice I'm kind of glowing green there. All right, so we got some mushrooms, got some eggs. We got anything else good? Nope. All right, we'll take the eggs. If you wait long enough, it usually refreshes. There we go. Once there's not enough food. All right, so that's 5. I'm zooming through this because it's a timed thing. So if you have questions, I can answer it afterwards. Okay, here's the last table. So here we go. Looks like there's going to be some berries here. Awesome. Mushrooms. Berries. You know, I'm going to be nice because I got plenty of time, and I'll eat that pie, and I'll leave those mushrooms. Because when the next people come, they're kind of stuck with what's left behind plus whatever refreshes in. But this table hardly ever gets berries and stuff. So, all right. So there we go. So that takes care of that one. And that one finishes on its own. I don't have to go turn it in. So that's a quest out of my quest log. All right. So let me put my socks on. I couldn't find my socks until like right before the stream. Let me put this on. Let's see. Lost Shire says, I managed to use the 30% off one and got 250 mithril coins. Nice. And then you were able to buy the Steed of Winter's Light for some characters that didn't have it. And you were able to use it before the code ran out after the festival had started. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, and one thing I discovered, and I didn't realize this, is that 30% off code when they did it. Okay, so Insane, what happened just recently was there was a 30% off one thing, 20% off two things or three things or something like that, and then like 10% off five things, maybe? It was something like that, it stacked. And so I thought you could only use one of those codes, but no. You could use the 30% off code once, and then you could use the 20% off code like three times, whatever it was, 3 times, and then you could use the 10% code off also 5 times. So you had like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 codes, basically, 9 discounts that you could do. The neighbor has fireworks. Yeah, I know, right? Cats are not happy. Anyway, so yeah, so so if that comes back around again, what you can do is get your 30% off those mithril coins, and then use like the 20% off code. Oh no, it's not mithril coins for the horses, for the steeds. But if you're buying it through the, in the store, it would be. So anyway, before says the current version of Festival Buddy 2, which was what he's working on, lists the percentage penalty of each food under stuffing the stuff. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and grab his too. So we have an empty keg emergency. Dum dum dum. I guess Casper's probably hiding by now. She's still here. Katoa's still here on my desk. Insane says, would you like to tell us a little bit about you and your relationship to Lotro? Well, it was a dark night when we met. No, actually what it was is, so I'm from the US, but I live in the Netherlands now. And I was doing, a whole lot of things, was very involved with a bunch of things in the US. But then when we left and moved here, I was like kind of just reassessing, right? And like slowing things down a little bit in my life, which was great. Taking on fewer responsibilities, maybe. And my husband and I came over together. We're both from the US. And I was like, hey, I like to play games. You like to play games. Wouldn't it be neat if we played something online together? So I was looking around at something that we could play together. And this is like late 2018 that I was in this phase. And he had played Lotro when it first came out, but hadn't stuck with it. Was in a different life phase. And so he was familiar with it like from its early days, but hadn't played it, since then. And I was like, looking online, like, best MMOs or most fun MMOs or most relaxing or whatever. And Lotro was, of course, on the list. So I was like, oh, well, that sounds great. I mean, I like Lord of the Rings. I like the ideas of, playing one of these different kinds of characters. And, I checked out WoW sometime in the past, like when, got a free code or something and tried it for a month, that sort of thing. And it just didn't really resonate with me. Like, it was just too, I don't know, I felt like it wasn't helping me figure out where I was supposed to go. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I was just like in this game, in Lotro, you have like an arrow that points you towards the quest that you're working on. And in your little mini radar, you could like follow the arrow. And I'm like, yay, that's, really handy. Oh wait, I want to pick up this garbage down here. Whereas I didn't find that in WoW, or I didn't know where it was, or I didn't see it. I don't know. It didn't click with me. So I was looking for something that was kind of like that, like an MMO style, but not that. Anyway, so we started playing Lotro in January of 2019, and I just loved it. I just thought it was great, and I'm like, it's taken, like, there's been a couple of times where I've kind of changed things a little bit, but it's Like I started off with a character. I tried to make him be exactly like Gimli.
Why are you bothering me?
So that was kind of funny. So I'm running around. Oh my gosh, I only have one quest available space. That's not so good. Well, you know what? Let's go clear some quests. Let's go do some things here. So we're going to run out here. I am going to go ahead. No, I'm not going to pick that up because I can't pick up this follow-on. So, all right, we'll come back and do the snowman after we're done here. Oh yeah, so okay, so I started playing a dwarf champion. And I was running all over, and I'd go to try to hit something. And before was playing a Hobbit hunter, right? Because that was Arda. Yeah, a Hobbit hunter. And so I'd like go running up to hit something, and she's back there going pew 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 pew, and just like it's dead by the time I get there. You know, I was like, well, huh. And I also was still figuring out how to like manipulate the camera and how to work with the mouse and like the controls. I was still very awkward with the controls. So like this, I know I just tilt this slightly. Like I just do it out of habit now. I don't even think about it, you know, and I kind of tilt myself around using the right click myself around or left click it over or whatever, you know, like I just do it without thinking about it now, but I certainly wasn't in that space then. Hang on, we're gonna just run around and auto hit things. So I found that I was having a hard time like seeing. Like we'd be running through the grasses or something and I'm like, I can't tell what we're doing. I have no idea what's going on. So like I want to play a taller character. So, and I also want to like, I think I want to play a ranged character. So we were in not too long before we moved over, we were playing in a campaign. It's not D&D, it's the other one. Well, it wasn't D&D though. Pathfinder. That's what it was. Okay, fine. Well, it was Pathfinder though. It's different, slightly different rules. So anyway, so we were in a Pathfinder campaign. Here we are being pedantic with each other. And I had been playing a bard, and I had spent some time being like, watching everybody else go and hit things, and like, you know, I do 10 damage, and I'm like, I inspire people. And I was kind of like, ugh, that doesn't feel very like impressive. But then before it was like, well, but it's nice because when I'm doing 10 damage, 2 of that is because of you. So you are contributing damage. It's just like basically through others. I was like, okay, I could be down with that perspective. So I was enjoying, from then on, I was like enjoying being the bard, you know, and had a good time with that. And we played that campaign for like 4 or 5 years. That was great. And then we moved, so we were, you know, no longer in it. Oops. We got snow beasts a-walking. I'll just run over to this one. Hey, quick note if you are not aware. So you've got the little button here to cheer the snow beast. So I'm going to click it, pause, click it, pause, click it. Hey, there we go. So I just cheered the same beast 3 times, so I'm done. You don't have to cheer 3 different beasts, by the way. So that makes it a little bit more player friendly. Oh yeah, so I was like, okay, so my second character then, she was an elf because they're tall and can see. And I decided to be a minstrel because I'm like, I like the idea of healing people. I can buff people. I can do all these fun things. And then you were playing like a guardian because this is when we did Narna and Darna. Guardian minstrel. Yeah, so he was a guardian and I was a minstrel. And that was a fun pairing. It was kind of like we were kind of getting our groove on like how to bounce well off of each other. And then at some point though, I was really still kind of jealous of his hunter and all the awesome stuff she could do. So at some point I did dabble in a hunter and I found I really liked it. Oh, Mara here has a do one festival quest and come back to me and I'll give you a sack of presents. So we've just done that, and here's my sack of presents from her, which gave me 2 Yule Code tokens. Thanks, Mara. So that's not turning in the full thing. That's just turning in my little side quest with her. Just so you know that you need to go back to her.
How can I be of service?
Oh, what did I miss? Stuffing the stuff. Oh, I haven't been by the oven because I wanted to pick up the thing. Okay, hang on. Right. I want to pick up the snowman quest because then I can do it all at the fire at the same time. So hang on.
Can I speak
So
with
I'm
you a
accepting his
moment?
quest. He's like, hey, go build a snowman. I'm going to build the broken snowman because all I need is a stick and some coal. It's the fastest one to do. The other ones are cute. I do enjoy going around and finding the hat or finding the pipe. Like, for example, the pipe is right here on the ground. Let me zoom in a little. Like right there. Oops, it's over my horse's head. See, there's the pipe on the ground by this hobbit that's just so zonked out. Like, so finding all those fun things is fun, but most of the time I just want to like do my quests and move on to my next character because I have a bunch of characters to run through the festival. All right, so here we're at the fire. We're going to do this 3 times and then so on. Yeah, so we've kind of been playing Lotro since then. I started on one server, which was the same one that he had been on when he first played, which was like a US-based server. Because the quick version is, back when Lotro was born, there were servers in Europe, and those were being managed by a group called Codemasters. And there were servers in the US, though they were managed by Turbine, who is the parent company. Well, the parent of it all. And eventually, everything was combined, and SSG is now the people, not Turbine. And let me turn that in. But the two servers can't talk to each other still, the two kinds of servers. There's still a barrier between them, basically, some coding. And it will probably never be resolved. Like, it's probably always going to be that way. So we were on a US server, even though we are located in Europe. And we did find, and people tend to gravitate to the US servers if they're in that part of the world, North America, South America, Central America, same time zones, basically. People kind of clump together with similar time zones. And so I wanted to get onto an EU server because I was like, hey, people will probably be playing more around the time that we're playing. So eventually we did. And so that's one of the reasons I'm on Laurelin, is because it is an EU timed server, and I like that. Okay, so let's go turn in this quest to Daily Utterage over here. And that's the hitting all the icy things. Okay, so the only things I have left to do are in the Spirit of Yule, which is the do 10 quests. I need one more because I'm at 9 out of 10. So I have to figure out what's my 10th quest. But I think, are you ready? Sweet. Where are you at?
I'm waving at you.
You're waving at me. I see your dot. Are you on top of a building? You are on top. Oh my goodness. You're way up there. I'll bet you'll take some falling damage from that. Oh, hey. That's somebody I know. Hang on. Let me wave. Hello. Okay. Oh, hey. I got 100 times that somebody has done the bow emote to me. Yay! Let me take that off my list. I have a list of there's social deeds, these little social emotes, and they're hidden deeds, so you don't know how far you are on them. So yay, that one's done, which gives me hero pose. Hang on. Pause just a second. I gotta go to my emotes, hero pose, and we're gonna add that to my bar because otherwise I'll forget to use it. There we go. Shoo! Now I need epic hero pose, and it goes all sparkly, so that'll be fun. Okay. Right. That's tonight. I gotta remember to go do that after this. Okay. There's a thing tonight that I'm going to. Okay. Right. Gotta remember. It's a busy day today. All right. So Affadil and I are gonna go run around. So do we want to start with the Misty Mountains? Sure. We'll go over there. Okay. We're in a group. Yes, we are. Cool. So I'm a hunter. I have a hunter skill that allows us to travel places with my fellowship. So I'm going to take my fellowship to the Misty Mountains. There is a little bit of a proximity thing. That's why I was like, are you near? Because you got to be kind of close to your hunter to travel with your hunter. So she's going to do that. Oh, congrats on your achievement. Thank you. I've been working on them. So are we going to go over to Gloin's camp?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go over to Gloin's camp. This is a great place to start if you're working on this quest. So on the Lotro wiki, they have a great list, although it's been a few years since I've looked at it, but thank you. There's the quest, and it has the list of what kind of creature you need to find to pick up the various kinds of sweets. But the other thing that's kind of cool, I'm just gonna write out here, but I'm not gonna do anything until you're there. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, right, because they're below me, I won't be able to notice them. Let's see. Okay, so if I hover over the links, nope, nothing. Snow beast. Let's find a snow beast. There's a snow lurker. Does that count? Nope. All right, let me. Oh, I see it. Okay, so okay, there we go. See the elusive snow beast. If I hover over it, do you see how it says? Hang on, let me stop and tooltip that off. Okay. If you press H while you're hovering over something, you can grab this tooltip. So notice how it says stolen sweets. And so he's listed here because he's going to have one of these things on him. Okay, so let me get off my social bars. All right, so if we take this feller out. Okay, nice. We have recovered the hot cross buns. Yay. I like how you go, boo, he falls over. Nicely done. So yes, I am a hunter. I do find being a hunter lots of fun. It's become my favorite. I play a hunter as my main practically every server now. And I'm on a few servers. Speaking of being a hunter, I can search for whatever it is we need if we don't find it easily. So Egg Arthur says, as an experiment, I took a level 57 blue brawler into Helgrad. He was able to get 3 of the stolen sweets, although there were deaths involved. Nice. Your deaths? All right, so it doesn't look like we need any more of the snow beast because when I hover over it, I just get the deed that we're working on, but not the quest. I have a Slayer deed that I haven't finished on that guy. Oh, hold up. This bear. The bear has the thing. Aw, she's petting the bear. Recovered gingerbread. Yay. Okay. Nice. So you can see we're getting a number of the things that we need for these sweets that have fallen and been stolen. I don't know if I would say stolen, though. That seems like a, I don't know. I mean, like, if I'm a bear wandering around and the sweet just falls in front of me, I'm like, hello, this sounds lovely. So I don't know if I would call it stolen in that regard. Okay, so Affadil says we need a giant and a mammoth. So the best place to go for those things are down here in the Giant Hills. Those are a great place to find those sorts of things. Skagosi says, good evening. Good evening to you. And Habage says, I finished that one up, but never once thought to mouse over the mobs to check for the sweets. Gleich Yule? What does that mean? Is that Irish? Not Irish. The Gaelic. Yeah, Gaelic. It looks Gaelic. Merry. Awesome. I like it. We were in Ireland a couple years ago. And we did both. We were in Dublin for Worldcon, and then Eurocon was north up in Belfast. So we got to see Ireland and Northern Ireland, which I hadn't been to either before. And so that was really interesting. It was really interesting to see the contrast too. So I really, really liked it in Dublin, how there was just like Gaelic everywhere. It was so cool. Google translates dialects as Luxembourgish. That's funny. Oh, I see a giant. Hello, Mr. Giant. I see some ancient iron too. You bow deeply before the giant. Oh, that's nice of you. Before you, like, take a bow. Oh, there's some silver. I wonder if I can get to it. Nah, not easily. All right, you know what? There we go. Oh, you got him. Okay. Peppermint treats. He had them in his giant pocket. Oh, I thought you were going to try and maybe go for the... aren't you a scholar? Oh, that's right. You can pick up everything now. Yeah, the uncoupling the professions and the vocations thing. Oh, that's so exciting. It's so cool. So yeah, so now Affadil over there can pick up everything. So once you get something off of one of them, they don't have, that variety doesn't have anything left for you. But we are ambushed by giants. Says who? Oh, okay. And there goes the mammoth. And we got a fruitcake out of the deal. Hang on, let's... Where is it? Thunder in the Mountains. I'm going to cancel that quest. I don't need that right now. We don't need that. Okay, yes. So let's go over to Forochel. Because that's pretty much everything we're going to find here in the Misties. So we're going to pop over to Forochel. So I'm going to take us to Suri Kaila. Sandy says, not sure I would enjoy mammoth fruitcake. I'm going to guess that the fruitcake is not made by the mammoths or from the mammoths. Hopefully it is fruitcake just held by the mammoths. Like a Girl Scout cookie. It's not made from Girl Scouts. Although that was a joke I used to do because I was involved with Girl Scouts, and they said, yeah, made from Girl Scout cookies, made from real Girl Scouts, and people would kind of look at me funny. That's right, he just had it in his pocket. That's right, Sandy. Okay, so as Affadil mentioned, we need a Grim and a Pico. Worms don't count. So those worms down here are not going to help us, but these sparkly guys up here will. And so will that guy. We got our wassail, and cool. We got the Grim. So now we need to return, got our plum pudding. So now we got to go back to Winterhome. I'll take us to Bree, because that's the closest one. And my inventory is a mess right now. Hang on, let me try to sell a few things real quick. I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm having such a big pile of problem here. Yeah, I might give you the... Sure. Let's trade stuff to you. Oh, although I'm going to just get rid of these shabby things. Get those every year. Okay, so I'm going to give you anything that looks like task board stuff. Task board stuff I tend to just sell, but before collects it into a task item carry-all, I'm like, that's cool. So I get less money, but it's okay. I just hand it off, and we get generally enough money for stuff. Also, the scroll cases just overwhelm me, so I have a tendency to just give him all my scroll cases. And then I'm just going to give you gems and things, because I don't want to deal with it. This is how we do inventory management. Spices and metals and what's that? Oh, iron. You can have that too. Okay, that'll do. Have some stuff. Before it says selling task items makes your carry-alls cry. We wouldn't want to make them cry, would you? I mean, I guess not. Oh, I've missed some hides there. That's all right. We'll just leave those for now. And I need to check to see if the horn beast is in my wardrobe or not.
Have some gold.
Aw, 500? Where'd you get 500 gold from? What? Where? Also, on Laurelin, you can sell. Oh, that's right. You sold a red sea stone. I forgot you did that. I can't believe you did that. I thought those things are hard to get.
That's one thing.
And you sold it for what? 150?
I don't know. I logged in and I got 1,000 gold in my mail.
Oh my gosh. He says he logged in and he had 1,000 gold in his mail. That's insane. Wow. Oh, hey. Defeat Grims and Forochel. It's like beginning of that deed. Oh, before we go, I wanted to check my Hobbit gifts because right now, your Hobbit gifts, you get a chance for a Yule gift. So every day you get a silver one for free. Okay. Oh, well, I got 50 virtue points and a pile of copper scraps. So it comes in as your inventory, into your inventory, those things like that. Oh, you know, whatever. Now you can get a gold, if you're a VIP, you get a gold present every Thursday it resets. So like Thursday through, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, like that entire week you have to claim it. But then on Thursday at like server reset, which is 3 a.m. or something like that, it resets. And so it starts over again. So this Thursday I will get a new present. Nimbar Eth says, good morning to you. Anyway, so if you want to get another one in between, you can, and it costs you 8 mithril coins. Just kind of pricey, but here, we're going to try it just to see. Maybe we'll have some stream luck. Oh, I got Matham on Hunter armor. That's too bad. I was hoping for a Yule gift. So sometimes you get the regular kind of gift, but sometimes you might get a Yule gift right now. Oh well. The luck of the chat was not with us today. So, all right, but now we're going to go back to Winterhome,
How can I be of
and we're going to turn
service?
that quest in. So, off we go. So, good morning to you, but good afternoon or evening to us. It's already dark outside. So, I try to remind people during festival times that Deco de Miu is a website. It's a very cool website. And on that website, they keep track of every single housing item that exists in the game. And festivals are always a great time to get housing items because the barterers have housing stuff that you can only get during festivals. So I try to remind people that exists because now's a great time to go and check out his website. So yeah, we'll go look at the barter here in a second, and I'll show you some of the stuff that you could be looking up on Deco de Miu's website. Okay, so we have finished picking up all the things. We went and found them. So she's going to say, hey, awesome, you have all the sweets. Why, look, they're all in one piece. The artisans of Gondor wrapped their gifts well. Quickly, will you deliver them to the children? They have been waiting, and it is you who should see the joy in their faces by all rights. So, we're like, sure. So we go back down this way. Oh, hey, if you're ever looking for the top hat, it's right here on top of this light pole. Anyway, so we head down here to the area where the folks are working really hard, and now there's a bunch of children here who would like us to give them some sweets. She's like, why? This is my favorite. Thank you. Oh, that's funny. Somebody sent a flock of birds at me. Thank you so much. Is that for me? It is. Hurrah! Oh, thank you, Hunter. A warm drink. I'll share this with the others. Perhaps they will share their sweets with me. And then, oh yeah, and this guy back here. I've never had one of these. Is it as delicious as it looks? Well, if I don't like it, perhaps I can trade with one of the others. I appreciate their kind of like communal efforts with each other. And then back to this one. Once you've done all the kids. He says, we heard all about it, traveler, about the eagle as great as a horse, and someone was going to find all the treats and bring them back. I'm sorry we did not believe it was true, but look, we were mistaken, and now I am so happy. So I'm going to get some legendary item experience. I get a Tome of the Yule Rabbit and a Bringer of Sweets title. So finish. Ta-da! And, oh, your Yule Rabbit looks like this. Oh, you know what? I put in my tweet, I put the Princess Rabbit. We'll have to go get that one. I know, I got them mixed up. So this is the rabbit you get for this quest. There's another rabbit you can get that has a little crown on it. Hang on, let's see. So, not emotions. I want to look at the pets. And, okay, so what is it, a rabbit or a bunny, or what's the... It is rabbit. So rabbit. So there's the Yule rabbit, which is this one. But which one's the princess then? Princess Yule Bunny. Yule Princess Bunny. It looks the same, but with the... Okay, so we'll just... You know what we're going to do? First of all, we're going to get this rabbit. I didn't mean to move. I apologize. All right, so first we're going to get the rabbit. And we should pull this one out. Rabbit. Oh, Insane. Did I kind of answer your question about me and Lotro and all of that? I know I kind of rabbited on for a while. Or shall I say you'll rabbit on for a while? Get it? You'll rabbit? All right. Let me show you where that other one is that I was thinking of. And then I might borrow you, although I don't have to. I could do it by myself if I want. An instance. We should go do some instances. Okay, so remember when I was talking about Verbena Greenhand at the beginning of the stream? This lady here, she has the other one. She has the Tome of the Yule Princess Bunny, which I also don't have on this character. So to get that, you need festivity tokens. And I currently have 20 and you need 30. So during the festivals, there are, if you go over to the instance finder, and I'm going to collapse this. If we look at just the seasonal ones, you'll see here we have Anniversary, Farmer's Fair, Spring, and Yule listed. So for the Yule Festival, there are 2 instances that you can do. Each one of these instances, I believe Storvgun, the boss from the vaults, has festivity tokens. Yeah, we should go find out. You want to do that first? Should we do it at level 50 just to make it easy? Okay. All right, so we're going to do the more punchy, fighty one to start off, which is boss from the vaults, Storvgun. Oh, you're the lighter. Okay, now I am. All right. We're just going to do it at tier 1. Okay. So this is a boss fight that you have probably encountered previously in your quests through Middle-earth. So that's why it's called a boss from the vaults situation. So now what you will find in these is memories of, in this case, Storvgun, because that's who we're defeating. And it talks about Storvgun is a giant of the Misty Mountains who pledged his people to the service of Angmar in exchange for vast riches. So he must be defeated once more, and the emblem of loyalty he bears must be taken from him. So once we finish this, it's going to give us legendary item experience, Yule Festival tokens, and virtue experience, so that's nice. I think we also got, an auto-bestowed quest when we came in, which says legendary item experience and marks, neither of which of these say festivity tokens, but we'll find out. Okay, I've already done the thing. Did you pick up the thing? It's still there. How interesting. I thought it would go away once everybody has it. Maybe not. Oh, you know what? Because this goes up to like 6 or 12 or whatever, so it's possible more people could join us. That's probably why it's still there. Okay. Absolutely. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so in order to start this rolling, you have to actually walk in far enough for them to kind of like start their dialogue. So now they've started their dialogue. So let me get back into fighty stance, and I'm going to go invisible. Before asks Arthur, can you recover stolen sweets in Storvgun? I think he said earlier something about that.
He said Heligrad.
You're right, he did say Heligrad. You are correct, he did say Heligrad, not Storvgun. My brain said that he said Storvgun, but that was true, that's not what he said. Oh, Arthur says, I don't know, but I can test it. Okay, so in a minute, this guy's going to be done. talking to that guy, and he's gonna be like so done talking to that guy. The servant of Angmar shall not find that this goes well for him. But then he's gonna come stomping over. Storvagon's gonna come around and start stomping on us. So once that starts, oh, I thought they were already doing it. I forgot we had to activate them twice. Here we go. I made no such promise. Ka-thump. All right, so now he is hittable, it looks like. So he's going to be here for a bit while we work on hitting him. Okay, and then he's going to call friends. So we should have, there they are, snow beasts, and sometimes there's creatures. These guys stomp all over the place. There's a whole bunch of them. But we're doing this way under our level, so this should go really fast for just the two of us. Because basically, as you get Storvagon down, he calls in reinforcements, calls in his friends. But there we go. We've defeated him. Okay, so the quest, the trader's loyalty, that advances. We get our legendary item experience, we get our Yule tokens, we get some festival experience, or virtue experience. And then there should be a chest over here, the trinket box. So we come over and we click on that. And that gives us, there we go, there's our festivity tokens. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah. So there should be then, yeah, so this is like the other one. There's a chest that has your festivity tokens in it. And the festivity tokens are very special. They're only available through these instances. You can only spend them with Verbena Green Hand. So they're not the festival tokens. And they also last through all of the different festivals. So you can use them anytime she's around, as opposed to just the Yule Festival tokens you can only use in the Yule, and so on. Okay, so that's everything we do here. So that was Storvagon. And Agartha could probably speak more eloquently to this, but at the festivals, in this Boss from the Vaults, there's usually a piece of armor, piece of jewelry, something that you can get that is considered the best for that slot. And I forget what it is for Storvagon. But there's something you can get from him, but you've got to do the instance like at 150 and tier 2, I think. So it's a little harder. So he has the bracelets, best in slot bracelets in the case of Storvagon. Cool. So yeah, so if you are looking for like some really nice, stuff for your character, nice being good for combat kinds of stuff, not like fanciest outfit like I have, Okay, yeah, so I have 25 out of 30. Okay, cool. So yes, we'll do the other one. Yeah, so it's good weaponry. It's good, jewelry for your statistics, for your stats. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do the other one, which is Yule, the battle at Frostbluff. Now, again, you can do this at max level, or at your level, however level high you are. But it actually can come down to as low as level 10. So we'll just do it at 10 to kind of blaze through it. It doesn't have tiers. So the difference is, here, let me make this so I can find it easier. The two instances are set up slightly differently. So there's the Boss from the Vaults, which is more your punchy, fighty one. And that one, the size is not changeable. So in that case, it's size 6. But you can do it at tier 1 or tier 2. And it's harder at the higher tier, but the benefits are better once you finish it. And you can do that, at a high level to get those benefits. The other one is a little bit more story driven, but there's still fighting involved. And this one is the opposite. It's only tier 1, like there's no options there, but you can choose different sizes. So you can do this at 1, 2, 3, or 6 in this case. So we're going to do this at size 2, which because there's 2 of us, and we'll just do it at, we'll do it at level 10, and we'll go ahead and launch that out. Because I think it'll be interesting to show you what this looks like if we come back in and do it even at level 10, but do it at a 6, size 6. You might find that interesting. Okay, so when you first come in, Win here he's got 2 quests for you the first time you do it that day. One is the battle at Frostbluff, which is what we're here to do. And he's like, hey, we've been attacked. The hardship of building our fortresses has been for naught. They built snow forts. Today was to be our yearly tradition, the battle at Frostbluff, you see. We've been making our forts as best they could be, and now we had to cancel our throwing of snow and laughter, for a cold and evil wind has come to Winterhome. It is too cold to play and throw snow. I do hope that you'll be able to help us fight off the cold so that we may have fun on this great winter's day. Let us reclaim the Tower of Grumpgood. So, now, he has a second quest, so don't miss this the first time you come in, because it goes gray if it's below your level. So this is our Battle at Frostbluff daily quest. It says, if you secure all of our fortresses, I will give you an extra reward. What do you say? And this will give you 6 Yule tokens, regular festival tokens. Okay, so we've done that. Now we continue the main quest, which is we talk to the Queen of Cluckland, who is, of course, this chicken. She says, bok bok. And then we need to talk to Liddy. And she says, yes, the situation is dire, my queen. And then she says, I cannot speak on the queen's behalf, for I am merely a squire. I have heard the rumors that a bold hunter was to assist the realm of Cluckland. If you succeed, we shall sing songs of the day. So Cluckland is the fortress up there. I think this is the first one down here. Okay, and then we need to talk to one of so we have 3 options here of who is the Frostbluff king. So we'll talk to Una. And Una says, my keep is the grand Frost Lake Fortress. Yeah, that's the last one. If only we could reclaim this great fortress and restore balance to the kingdom. I am the king of Frostbluff. I have spoken. And then the other kids are like, no, I'm the Frostbluff king. No, I'm the Frostbluff king. Yes, and Affadil says, I'm the banana. Because, win, lose, banana. All right, so now we have all the quests picked up. And we need to start off to capture the Tower of Grumpwood, which is the one that's right behind them. As you get close, some of these things says, oh no, those are not just snowmen. So they come to life. And when you're doing this on level, these things are pretty nasty, and they throw you all over the place, and they freeze you, and all sorts of stuff. So the fort has been reclaimed. Oh no, there's a counterattack. Let's see. Before it says BIS, which also stands for Best in Slot, which is a postal code indicating a split address. Nice. Back in 2020, you updated the wiki to say that 2 and 3 share the lock. Oh, thank you. I did. I updated the wiki. Thank you very much. There's many yous in this world.
You were more than you would be now.
Yeah. So, okay, so we've saved this one. He's like, I know you can do it. Okay, so now we're going to go do Cluckland, which is the one up the hill. Yeah, I go in and I figure out which are the ones. Okay, let me back up a slightly bit. The chest that you get at the end to get those festivity tokens, it has a lock on it. And so you can only get that once a day. But the cool thing about the more story-driven versions of the festival instances is that it has multiple chests that you can get. You just have to get them, you just have to do the different versions, the different locks. So in this case, solo is 1, so the 1 person size. 2 and 3 share a lock. And then the 6 is another one. So you've got 3 different versions you can do and get festivity tokens from each one in a single day. So that's a way to, farm those festivity tokens if that's something you're looking to do, which sometimes I am. Because sometimes I want all the goodies. Now, the encounter, we have a frosty beast that has come down from the mountains. It's not necessary to do it. I mean, you absolutely can do it. It's not necessary because it goes towards a deed, but it only counts for that deed if you do it like around your level. You have to be within like 7 of your level. So defeating it was nice, but you tried to get its attention, but it was fatal. And look, the chickens are doing a little dance around the fire. I love it because it's Cluckland, you know, and they're hanging out. And she's the queen of Cluckland. Okay, so we're going to do the next one, which is we have to run all the way across these fields. I'm sure nothing will happen as we run across these fields, and get our way over to the Tower of Cluckland. Is that the last one? No, Fortress of Frostlake. That's right. This one was the tower. That's Cluckland up there. Cluckland Keep. And then, yes, now we're up to Fortress of Frostlake. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Arthur says, I did a level 50 Storvagon on a higher level character. Even though there are giants and snow beasts, none of the stolen sweets dropped. Okay, interesting. Arthur says that's kind of weird because they do drop in Hellegrad, but not in the seasonal instance associated with Yule. Jonos. Yes, what have you done? I like this guy. He's like this giant dancing snowman. So weird. But anyway, so we get a counterattack that comes back. Yeah, when you do this on level, you kind of do have to pay a little bit more attention. Like, you kind of got to work together and shoot the same things together, and then you get like these cold effects. Like I've got this resistance wound going on. So there's the fire though, and when you stand at the fire, it helps dispel that, which is nice. Here's some more over here, bad guys. Cool. We're gonna get an encounter. It's gonna show up there, and then we get this really bizarro like beastie that's gonna show up. That's like a whole bunch of snowmen, just kind of all clumped on together. Hang on, you'll see it in a minute. Something is coming. Here it comes. Or is that the encounter? Are you bringing the encounter down? Okay, there it is behind. Do you see that crazy looking swirl? Check that out. It's so wild looking. It's like a whole bunch of snowmen kind of like combined into one. So weird. All right, with the cold in retreat, now is your chance to reclaim the fort. So you have to like click the banner, which we've had to do in the other areas, so it's fine. Now, make sure you don't leave yet because you want this frosted chest. So I just got my festival tokens, but my festivity tokens are in this chest. So we both are still here, so we both got the festivity tokens. If anybody leaves, they don't get them. Whoever's still in the instance when that chest is opened actually gets them. So you want to make sure that you stick around and make sure that chest gets opened. And then we say goodbye to Una. They're like, we had the best adventure with our own hunter. What a great day. Yay. All right, so Verbena, I will take your Tome of the Yule Princess Bunny. Let's get me one of them. And let's open that up. And then I want to grab the Yule. Oh wow, there's a bunch of Yule stuff. That's okay. Let's see, is it off? Good, okay, so we'll bring this down, put it on my bar and make it easier to compare. Okay, so now we have, there's the Yule Rabbit, and then there's the Yule Princess Rabbit. You can see the difference. They're like completely different. No, it's cute. She's got the little garland on her forehead, the little, oh, you probably can't see her there. Let me move over here. Let's see. Yeah, she's got a little garland on her head. See? He's so cute. Oh, we do match. Ah, I hadn't thought about that. That's awesome. So yeah, she got her cute little stuff on her head there. You can kind of see. The problem is she's staring at me, so I can't get too close because she comes right after me. Here, bring... Oh, you don't have one. Never mind. I'll bring out your Yule bunny so you can see the difference. There we go. Try and get them near each other. There you go. So you can see they both have the little snowflakes going on, so that's kind of cute. But then mine has the garland on her head because she's the princess. Whereas the other one just is like, you know, regular. So there you go. There's the two Yule bunnies that you can get, or the Yule rabbit and the Yule princess rabbit. Cool. All right. We've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Hooray. Now, I did want to show you all, though. Let's go ahead and do... Oops, I'm bring my UI back. Yeah, there we go. Let's go and do a size 6 and see how different it is, even at level 10. Okay, so we're going to do a size 6 at level 10 for the Battle of Frostbluff. Okay, cool. So, we're doing the same thing, right? Level 10, just the two of us, but this is a size 6. It's intended for 6 people instead of for just 2 people. So we'll see how different it is. So we go to Win. He's like, hey, we've been attacked. Let us reclaim the Tower of Grumpwood, which is the first one. He doesn't have his second quest anymore because that was the daily to give us our festival tokens. Here's the queen. She says, bok bok. Then he says, yes, I agree. The situation is dire. And then we go over here, and they get to argue over who is the Frostbluff king. I'm king of the mountain. All right, so we start over here. Now notice there's a whole bunch more that showed up all of a sudden, right? Last time we had 1 or 2 things. Now we've got like half a dozen or more. So, because it's level 10 and we're level 150, it's not too much of a problem for us, but you notice they're getting a couple hits in, you know. They're able to knock us around because there's just more of them. So it is a little bit different, just to kind of show you that it's still a walk in the park, pretty much, but, you know, you can't just, like, I don't know, not pay attention, you know. If everybody went AFK, you'd be a little sad because eventually these things would take you out. Maybe. Our health regen may be stronger than those things. It's possible. All right, so then he comes in. He's like, yay! All right, now over to Cluckland. The Keep of Cluckland. That was the Tower of Grumpwood, and now to the Keep of Cluckland. There's usually 1 or 2 in the doorway. There it is. There's the Cold Grim. And there's another one. And some more over there. And, okay, if you look at my mini radar, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots in the area. Like, you know, it's well populated at the moment. Whereas before there was like 1 or 2 things maybe in the first round, maybe 4. Nowhere near this many. So if you do a size 6 on level, you might want to come in with, you know, somewhere around 6 people. Oops, they're out there. Just sitting here waiting for them to show up. They're taking their time. All right, what else? Oh, the punishing cold continues. Something, something, fort, something, something. There it goes. Cold. The mountain cold has launched a counterattack against you, and then it says, the punishing cold continues to attack the fort. I don't see anything. I might not go the full 2 hours, like kind of ending around normal time though. We'll see. There, there. I was like, where are the things? Like, I can see it, sort of. Okay, now we can claim the fort. Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink. Okay, so now we go to the last one. The Fortress of Frostlake. And there's probably going to be some things on our way. Here they come. Yeah. Now, technically you don't have to take these things out, but they will often just continue to follow you, so it's kind of worth it to clear your way. Yeah. Because if you're doing this on level, it can be a real pain to have these things still attacking you while you're trying to deal with other things. Whoa! There we go. Wow. That didn't even take him out in one hit. It took like 3 hits to hit him. That was interesting. I mean, I didn't use my biggest against him, but still. Oh, it might have like a resistance or something, yeah. Oh, and we've got one here. And then there's always one tucked in the corner in between these things here. So if you're like, why can't I find what is left to attack? It's because it's right there. You can pick up snowballs in here and throw them like at each other, I think. It doesn't seem to do anything against the bad guys though. I've tried that before and it was like nothing. Didn't seem to do anything. But hey, I've got my little Princess Rabbit Bun here to keep me safe. Oh, am I? I'm an invalid target? I guess you do hit them. But I don't think it does anything to them, though. Because I think I've tried hitting them with snowballs before, and it didn't do anything. I mean, I guess if you're throwing snow at snow, it's like, yeah. It's not really a very effective thing, is it? Would I like to have a flesh ball thrown at me? No, that just sounds gross. I think it would bring down my morale, though. And whereas I think if I shoot these things with a snowball, it doesn't do anything. It has no effect. You would think it would be demoralizing. I agree. But I think it's not somehow demoralizing to them. I cannot say as to why. All right, so we got some more cold wisps coming down from this direction. And then we've got the giant crazy cakes coming down from that direction, but we got it. Look at this thing. This is like insane. All right, so then we do the tower. Daffodil's got it. But the same thing here is we've got this frosted chest, just like the before, and it has those festivity tokens. So again, you want to make sure you grab those before you leave. But you don't get any additional festival tokens. You can only get festival tokens once per day from each of these instances, but you can get festivity tokens from each one of the locks. And in that case, like I said, we said before, it's the 1 person, 2 or 3 persons, and the 6 person. So I could go back in and do a solo if I wanted 5 more tokens, for example. So, all right. So, I think that's it. Are you close to ready? Okay. Yeah. You want to get out of the instance also? Okay, so Before's going to start getting ready, and he'll do his stream about the Festival Buddy, which I didn't have up during this, although occasionally you might have seen a little piece of it show up. There was like situations where you like cheer at the snow beasts, like a little button had popped up for cheering. If you go into the theater, thing pops up for that. So I think he's going to be able to show off a lot of that during his stream coming up here in just a few minutes. So, oh, but you know what? We've done 10 things because the daily that we picked up earlier, that inside the instance, that counts as a festival event. So we knocked Amara, we turn in the Spirit of Yule, which is our wrapper. That's going to give us some legendary item experience and some Yule tokens. So we turn that into her. Okay, cool. Oh, excuse me. So, looking at the things. So this thing, it says, play a winter seasonal instance during the Yule Festival. This doesn't go away. I don't know why that's there. It's like a quest that you cannot get rid of. It just is there for the entire festival, and then it goes away at the end of the festival. But
Like a flag that enables you to go into those.
okay, be forced us to think of it like a flag that enables you to go into those instances. So it's there, and then, you know, eventually it goes away. So, oh, I was going to tell you. So here's a little headcanon that we're trying out. Is the thing where you send them away, that maybe instead of actually like shooing them away, you're like, you've set up this nice, like warm, cozy room somewhere where there's like, you know, some, yeah, Revolution headquarters, and there's food and there's drink there, and, you know, everything is good. But you know that like Guard Kember and the Good Enoughs are like got this whole thing going on about how these, you know, the hungry beggars are in town and they're jerks about them. So you go to the beggar and you're like, hey, go to the Revolution headquarters. We got a spot for you at the moment, but make a big deal as if I'm kicking you out of here. So you're like, hey, get out of here. And they're like, oh, how mean of you to send me away. And then they go off and they get a warm drink and, you know, grab some food. And then they come back out here and do their thing again. So that's kind of like my current headcanon. Because I hate sending the people away. I think that's so awful. So I'm like, okay, instead, this is like some Revolution and, you know, stuff that we've got just going on in the background. And, you know, we're not really sending them away. We're actually sending them off to go get a drink real quick and get warmed up, and then they can come back out here and do their thing. So the other thing is, so one thing you'll notice, like this person just got sent away like 2 or 3 times in the amount of time we've been just standing here. And so when there's a lot of people on, it's really hard to get that quest done, the sending them off quest, because lots of people are trying to do it. And if they're also sending them off or giving them a coin, which also sends them off, because they're like, I'm so happy, and then they run away. So if you are trying to do the sending them off quest and there's a lot of people around, it's harder to do that quest. But if there's a lot of people around, my thinking is then that means there's more people who are possibly doing the theater. So here, we'll go over to the theater and I'll show you, just in case this is something that you haven't seen recently. The theater is kind of in the middle of town here. And it's this spot right here, this festival theater. So you talk to her to get her quest, to get you stuff. And then notice the little thing popped up if I wanted to do anything. That's from Festival Buddy too. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in here right now. Actually, let me do that real quick. I've just put myself AFK. If you are, so in the chat, you do /AFK, enter. Then that puts the AFK symbol before your name, and that prevents you from being picked to go up on the stage. Now, the stage play will only run if it has 3 players that it can choose from, and it chooses 3 players. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people in here right now. So the play will go on, so I don't feel bad about putting myself AFK for the moment. So Sandy says, I love it. And yeah, I hate waiting or people jumping in line, right? I know, I feel bad when there's a lot of people on the server doing the quests and you're all like waiting, you know, to send the guy away, or you're waiting for the next guy to show up and then somebody like sends the guy away and you're like, I was waiting for him. I've been standing here, like, you know, just waiting. So yeah, that's a little frustrating. Oops, I'm going to un-AFK myself because apparently they had already picked 3 to go on stage. So, because the play just started. So yeah, so that's my thinking right now is I'm like, okay, so if I need 10 quests, I'm sitting at 9 and I have to do a 10th one. If there's a lot of people around, I'll go check the theater because then the theater should be easier to do because there's a lot of people around and people are popping in and out to see if there's 3 people. So if I just stick around a little bit of time, hopefully, I'll have enough people to do it. If there's not a lot of people around and the theater would be hard to do, that means there's not a lot of people around sending them away, in which case that's easier to do. And then I can just use my headcanon of we're sending them off to Revolution headquarters to get a warm drink and not really, causing them actual harm. So that's kind of my thinking right now of how I'm going to work that. Now that I'm standing here in the theater, it occurs to me that I want to make sure that I have done the deeds. So this is a plugin that B4 put together called Deed Tracker, and it's set up to mimic the deed log that is native to the game, with the tabs in the same places and the little tabs at the bottom at the same places, as it's in the same order here as they are along the bottom here. So that makes it really easy to look at the same stuff or have a familiarity. So if you know where to find it on one place, you can find it easy on the other place. So Class Race Epic is what I want to look at. So I'm going to Class Race Epic over here. So now I don't need to have this open anymore. Because the deed tracker will show me all of the deeds, including the hidden ones, and including any things that's like when you're doing a deed, and I'll show you like these, like Enmity of the Wolves. So when I was working on Enmity of the Wolves, it didn't show me, part 2 or part 3. It just shows me the first one. Whereas the deed tracker will show me all of them. So I really find that handy. So under the race and social, you have your racial stuff. You have the hidden emotes, the social emotes, the social deeds that I'm working on. Oh, I could go do that while on stream while we're waiting. There's some food deeds, which is consume so much of something and then you finish those. And then the events are listed. And they're listed in the order of through the year. So starting with the anniversary event, I guess, in this case, he and I have had a conversation about this. We have slightly differing opinions. I think it should start with the first festival of the calendar year, but he starts with the first festival of the Lotro year, which was the anniversary. So the anniversary fest is first. I can understand both ways. Anyway, so Farmer's Fair, Harvest Festival, Durns Day, Yule Festival. So here's the Yule Festival. So I haven't gotten the protagonist. Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize that. So I still need to get on stage as the protagonist and do that, which will then finish the bard, which will then finish thespian because I finished the other things. So that's cool. But I don't need to throw petals or fruit anymore. I've done that. And then there's the consume consumables, which are consume these things 300 times, so it's a lot. So I haven't done those yet. And then Bringer of Good Cheer. Oh, I haven't done that. Oh, really? I didn't realize I hadn't. Wait, complete the quest. Oh yeah, a mission to bring good cheer. Ah. I'll show you this. So, yeah, I can leave. I'll be back. Or I won't. Whatever. You're not the boss of me. If you're in there when the play ends, you get credit. You don't have to be there the whole time. So Daily Utterage has a quest, a charitable spirit. Isn't that the one? No, it says a bringer of good cheer. Complete the quest, a mission. Oh, that's a different thing. That we haven't been working on at all. Sorry, I was thinking of the wrong thing. That's awesome. I like it. People are throwing stuff at me. Indeed. People are using up some of these consumables on me. That's good stuff. No, there's another deed. Is there a? Oh, here it is. A mission to bring good cheer. Complete a mission. Oh, we didn't do a mission. You can do this once a day. Complete a mission. You complete a mission, you get Yule tokens. I have forgotten to work on that. And you do that 40 times, and that finishes, and you get, I think it's a pony or something. There's something that you can get. Daily Utterage has his quest, which is a charitable spirit, and you do that enough times, and that gives you completes a deed, which I have done already. So yay for having that complete. All right. Okay, so yes, we talked about the mission thing, which I totally forgot about. Oh, I want to go finish the flay. Okay. Okay, so I want to go catch the play at the end of the play so we can get credit for it, because why not? Oh, I missed the end of it. We don't get credit. Oh well, no big deal. Oh, Agartha points out that there was a tweet or post or whatever that the Combe Forester event is starting up again tomorrow. So that'll be cool. That takes place over in Combe. If you're a forester, you can participate. You can get like tokens in the thing, which gives you you can get things in there like little titles and various things. And then eventually their plan is, I don't know if there's points in it now, but eventually there's a plan to put like you would get a tool. It's like the universal toolkit. Just a second here. Okay, so the idea is that I have like this universal toolkit. It's a Gundabad toolkit, which is even better. But the Fateful toolkit's the best. But I digress. Anyway, universal toolkit, which as you see, I can do everything here. So I can be a cook, I get jeweler, I can do metalsmith, I can do scholar, tailor, weapon, wood, farmer, forester, prospector, scholar. I can do all of those things with this one toolkit. Whereas normally you'd have a toolkit that can only do 3 things, like you would build, the toolkit as a metalworker. The idea going forward, especially now that they have taken these apart, so like, for example, since they've taken them apart, so like I'm a cook, tailor, prospector. I had, I think, farming on there, and I ditched it so I could pick up prospector, so that way I could pick things up in the world, because that's more fun for me. But there's no toolkit that you can make that is cook, tailor, prospector. There's one that you can make that's like cook, tailor, farmer. That's the old tinkerer toolkit. So I have to either have 2 different tools to be able to do the 3 things that I do, or have a universal one like I do right now. The plan, from what I've heard them talk about in streams and stuff, and on the forums and whatnot, is the idea is that you will be able to basically build a universal toolkit and through these events, and then be able to add stuff onto it over time and do the levels of various things and stuff like that. So that's their plan. So I don't know if that's already in effect with the Combe Forester event, or because they've been having like conflicts that have been happening with the event, where it was causing problems that were unexpected, that didn't present themselves in testing, but did present themselves in live. So I'm thinking that they're trying to get it stable before they do that, but I'm not sure. Maybe they're adding it back in now, so I don't know. So Loshire Hobbit mentions that update 38.1.1 is coming out tomorrow, and B4 has put a link to the release notes for that patch. So if you're curious about the details, you can follow that link. Egg Arthur said the alternative was to fill out metalsmith recipes for all 120 combinations of professions, because you could have 3 different professions. So, and there's 9 or 10, right? So yes, all different 120 different combinations that were possible, which will go up to 210 once they add the 4th slot, which is what they are planning to do. If you hadn't heard, right now you can have 3. They're planning to go to 4. They had hoped to have it done before the end of this year, but there were complications. So it's been pushed into next year, but it's definitely a priority of theirs to get that 4th profession for us. So I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, you could have a character that just picks up everything. You could have somebody who can, be a woodworker, or forester to pick up the woodworker, and scholar, and prospector, and, well, the forester would process. What am I missing? Well, anyway, you could have somebody who's able to pick up everything, and that's pretty exciting. So, let's see. Oh, Lost Habit says Umbar craft guilds are available after tomorrow's update. Nice. Fun discovery. If you remove an audio device from Windows and then try to switch audio devices in Lotro, and Lotro is not happy. Is that what you were just running into? You had to close it? Oh, it closed it. Lotro was really not happy and said good night. That's funny. Let's see. Before says, I'm curious if they'll be visible for maxed guild crafters on Treebeard. I doubt it. Because, okay, the reason why that question came up is because the plan, SSG's plan, was that Umbar crafting would be, you don't have to level your way up to it, like you'd have access to it right away. But I do wonder if you have to be like a certain level character, like do you have to be 140 or something? So I don't know. Treebeard is the slow progression server, the legendary server that we also play on, that we play on a lot. And we're at level 95 is the cap there right now. We just went up like last week. Yeah, like a week ago. Less than that. By the way, if you're ever looking for the gloves, for the snowmen, the gloves are right here. So, oh, my phone got unplugged. Is it okay? Oh yeah, it's fine. Sorry I didn't put the cat cam on, everybody. The cat wasn't there. And then as soon as, I started streaming, like 10 minutes later, she's in her little bungalow. But of course she's like, now it was too hard to get the camera over there. So, sorry. Hopefully we'll get some cat cam action for y'all in the future. Might rearrange it a little bit or something too. Anyway, mocking it up. All right, I think that's about it for me. How you doing? All right, awesome. So we'll be back doing Yule Festival again next week. I'm not sure exactly what we'll do for Yule Festival. So if you have something specific you want to see, let me know. If not, I'll probably just do the regular going through the festival, doing my 10 quests kind of thing. We might go and do horse races. We might send them off if there's nobody around. That sort of thing. Oh yeah, we could actually come over and look at all the goodies. Maybe we'll do that next week because there's some good stuff to take a look at. I'm over here because I want to get some of those consumables because I'm about to head off to a party in the game. So I want to get some consumables to possibly use at the thing. By the way, don't forget to get your dies. They have 4 dies every festival. 2 of them are for mithril coins and 2 of them are for festival coins, and then they swap for the following year. So make sure you get enough to get you through 2 years with your festival coins. It's always a good way to do that. And they put the dwarf candles under dies this year. I don't know, maybe because it starts with a D. All right, so that should be it for me and my happy bunny here. We'll just jump up on the ledge, get out of the way for a minute. So have a great rest of your day. Stick around for B4, who's going to be working on the plugins. And I will see you all next week. Have a great rest of your day. Stay in touch with that Hobbit side of your heart. I'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye.